It's this improv story is based on the idea of women takes up stand-up paddleboarding, which is also known as supping. Let the story commence. Mary wanted to take up supping, which, in case you don't know, means stand-up paddleboarding. It's like standing on like a surfboard, and you've got a kind of paddle. She'd sort of mentioned, and somebody saying, "Oh, do supping." He said, "What's that? Supping tea, supping soup? Is it some stupid fucking diet idea? Like, you know, it'll make the soup last longer if you just sup it." And then a pal said, "No, it's Did you see the the pictures? You said, oh, that looks good. Remember that I posted on Facebook? When you were surfing. Aye, no, but it was the surfing. You know how we're standing on it with the oar? Oh, aye, them. That's supping. Oh, how come, how? It's stand-up paddleboarding. Ah! Ah! Get it now, said Mary. Right. She said that and then so that was about a few months before. And then she decided she wanted to do something that wasn't just going to the gym and a fucking treadmill and shit like that. Just she went to a few classes. It was all fucking boring. She wanted to get out there. So she did this paddleboarding thing, and they take you on a trip down to down to the Isle of Man for some reason. Did a trip going to the Isle of Man. For Glasgow, down to the Isle of Man. Don't know why. Apparently it's good there for that. There's a community there for that. So she went in this big coach, and it was stinking. There was a lot of guys in it, and it was him and a BO. As she was going down, she thought, I don't want to go into that toilet. It's just hum and a shite. There was a fucking toilet everybody had to share. So she needed a pish, but she just felt a wee bit funny going up to the driver and saying, "Can you stop? I need a pish." Especially with some of the guys on the bus. She thought, this is going to be, I'll wait until the rest of them get off, but then I'll get off and they'll go, "Oh, what's she doing?" or something. You know, it'll be a wee bit weird. There'll be some fucking guys, some pricks or something having a laugh or something. So she waited until the bus stopped at the side of the road, and guys got off for a pish. And she saw one woman get off, and she went, right, fuck it, she's doing it, I'm doing it. So she went off, Mary, and then she sort of went into the woods a wee bit to get away from the guys so that they didn't see her, and she didn't, accidentally look at their cock, and they'd see her looking at their cock, and all this fucking carry on. So she went a bit deeper into the woods, and she did a pish, and she got up, and she went back to the bus. The fucking bus had left. The bus that she had went that far away to get away from them, that the bus had fucking left. The bus had left because she was there by herself, by the way. She just wanted to just independently go by herself. She wasn't with anybody. She wasn't with any pals. This is just something she wanted to do by herself and have somebody by her side saying, oh, we could go here when we go there, or maybe when we go down, we could just wanted this by herself. She was just at a relationship of 5 years, right? And it was alright and everything, but she just had enough of all that. She'd had enough of all that, and she had some arsehole pals as well, and some of them were alright. She just wanted her own fucking space for a bit. So she was going down completely by herself. But the problem was she didn't have somebody next to her on the bus who was going, oh, wait a minute, Mary's not here. So the bus ended up fucking leaving. So she phoned She thought, what did I do? I think I know where we're going because she remembered it for the website going there. That's another like 100, 200 fucking miles to go. She's not going to get a taxi. Maybe she could phone the website, get them to phone the driver. Driver, can you stop? But it was like a kind of dual carriageway bit. They would have to like double back. Probably takes ages to double back. What's she going to do? What was she going to do? So she thought, right, I'll get a taxi. I'll see if I can get a taxi to like the nearest like train station maybe, and then get the train down, and then see if she could get reimbursed for the company for the ticket because she had to pay for that. That's what she would do. She would do that. Maybe hitchhike if she had to. So she couldn't get a hold of a fucking Uber. She had to fucking phone up a local taxi company. This is like halfway between Carlisle and some other fucking place. Um, Phoned up some taxi. I could pick us up, take us to the train station, and right, taken to the train station. Waiting at the train station, and there was like tellies there. The sound was off, and it said breaking news. Crash, something to do with a coach crash or something. And she's like, wait a fucking minute. And this is like, people were like, oh, turn that up, turn that up, because it was the local area. Turn that up, turn that up. Um, the the coach, the coach had crashed. It said in the news, and it came out later that night that one of the guys that got back on, after having done a pish outside, sort of stood up. He was a wee bit drunk. Started sort of flapping his cock a bit. Hey, for the lads, like on in the aisle. Hey, and the driver was like, "Fucking sit down." And the guy was like, "Hey, ha, ha, ha," like bounced about with his cock. And the driver turned around. This is apparently there was like two survivors. There was another 30 people that got killed. The driver had turned around and to teach him a lesson, because the guy went up right up to the driver like, "Hey!" Wagged it in his face. The driver turned around, grabbed the guy's cock. Apparently, it was on the CCTV. It was on the wee camera. Grabbed the guy's cock and pulled it as hard as he could. Like that, like that, and just pulled the guy forward. Fell forward and hit against the window, and the driver fucking tried to sort of grab him to lift him up. The guy that got his head fucking bashed thought the driver was trying to punch him, punched the driver. They crashed. It was a head on. It was a head on with an oncoming motor. So about 40 people in the coach, 30, 40 people in the coach died. The people that were the head on collision, they were wiped out. That was like 5 generations. In one family, and the motor behind, 5 generations there, and another motor behind, 5 it was like a 10-car pile up. 5, 6, 7 generations. These are people. Some of these families lived like really old age, really took care of themselves, like the Queen. And here's the thing: it actually was the Queen. It came out. They didn't want to announce it. It was the Queen. It was the Queen. And for me, personally, you could say, oh, the Queen's died. No, the Queen's still alive, because the true Queen of this story is Mary. She's our Queen. And she decided that she didn't actually want to do that stupid fucking supping pish, and went back up the road and fucking sat in with a bottle of fucking wine, mate. Yeah, mate. All hail the Queen. So that's a true story. I was in charge of removing the CCTV footage from the coach. I had a job, a technical sort of job. I was in charge of doing it. It was all crumpled up. The coach was like the length of a coach, but see, because of the crash, it was this size, but back to front. That was the back. That's the front. Here, actual size like that, with everybody inside it, like an accordion, like that. And I was in charge of trying to get inside. I had to use what do you call them? Like kind of wee pincer things. What they called? Tweezers. Had to use tweezers to get the footage out like that. Had to sort of pull it out a wee bit at a time. Literal bits, as in computer bits. Wee one here and a wee zero here, and a wee zero there and a wee one there. Took me fucking all night.